we go.
Hey everyone, it's a Get to Do review here, good old ZDR. And about a week ago, if you remember, I brought you a video called Destiny 2 is boring, and here's why. And now, after this last week, Bungie canceled the live stream and posted a vlog about all the changes that they're going to make. And I thought we should take the time to take a look at it and see some of the changes they made, because some of the problems I hadn't addressed in my video, they're actually tackling, and I believe I'm getting a little more excited for it. So let's go ahead and jump over there and take a look. Alright everyone, here we are. We're back on the Bungie website, and we're going to skim through this. I'm not going to read everything to everybody. They've made quite a few changes in this, and I'm going to highlight the more interesting points, especially the ones that I hit for discussion in my Destiny is Boring video, and a lot of the things that I think concern you, concern me, and the whole community in whole. So right now, one of the big changes they did, they added a new weapon tier called Masterworks. And with this, they added some features to it, like stat tracking, rerollable bonuses, unique item tool tips, things like that. In the update below, they're going to go a little bit more detail. They improved vendor rewards for new ways to use your legendary shards and tokens. They add armor ornamentation again, which I think is really cool, and they're going to detail it below the way you can get it, and I think that's going to add a lot of replayability. Better incentive for players to complete prestige activities. I think that's huge. I think I've mentioned it before. I've done the raid, I don't know, 20, 30, 40 times, but I've never done a prestige because I don't feel there's a reason to do it just for a different shader. Nah. I've also mentioned the next one, a reason to do strikes and adventures in lost sectors. I think in the beginning I did strikes because they were new. The adventures I did in the beginning on planets to level up, but once you get to a certain point, they're just too low, so there's no real reason of doing it. And the same thing with long sectors, there's just no payoff. But they were fun in the beginning, so if there's a reason to redo them, I think that would be amazing. Private matches for the Crucible. This is huge, especially for my boy Beast. Just meta. He loves the Crucible, and it is growing on me, so if we could set up private matches, that would be awesome. Tuning for supremacy scoring and spawning. You probably all heard me complain and say, why am I getting spawned here? What's going on? Or I'm spawning the exact same point I just died, and I'm spawning into a hail of bullets. And you've heard me say supremacy, I think, is the worst mode, and maybe if they tune it properly, I might enjoy it, which I think is awesome. Better incentives for completing Crucible matches and penalties for quitting. That's huge. I think in competitive, you should get penalized. Like, you have to, you quit, you can't get back in the queue for a minute or two, or whatever it is. Better rewards for Iron Banner, faction rallies. That's awesome. And uniqueness, so you feel like you're earning something. I think that'd be great. Like, maybe Iron Banner rewards. Like, if it's Iron Banner and it's Capture the Flag, maybe you actually have perk Pacific Iron Banner stuff like Capture the Flag this much quicker or whatever. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. I think that'd be awesome. Let's see. Changes to make the mod economy more interesting. Okay. They're going to detail it a little bit more below, but Banshee's going to have some changes and some random stuff showing up in his shop every day. They're going to improve exotics and the duplication problem. I really hope they hit this. That's really affecting the game, and that's a big complaint of everybody. Ways to spend our legendary shards, and we're going to be able to have an emote on each of the directional pad now. For the legendary emotes, so I think that's kind of cool. Alright, here's where the December update starts. Now here's the Uriel's gift, and this is the Masterwork weapon, and this is the new tier slot right here. And you can see the one they have on here adds 10 reload speed. They said there's going to be a small pool to pick from, but I would imagine if like this is 10 reload, it might be like add 10 stability, you know, add 10 damage, things like that. But they might have more. If they do this right, this could be huge and add a lot of replayability. Now they go in to mention it down here, like trials and raid weapons have a high chance of dropping as Masterworks. But let's say you get a Masterwork weapon that you don't want. You could start breaking down your Masterworks, and then you can convert your other weapons. Like, if you guys know, I love the Nameless Midnight. I can convert the Nameless Midnight from the Nameless Midnight to the Nameless Midnight Masterworks. So I think that's pretty cool. Let's see. It tracks and displays the number of kills with each weapon with choices between total count or crucible only. So I think that's pretty cool too. Now, on multi-kills, it generates orbs for you and your allies. Now, I think that's huge, and that could be a huge game changer, not even in PvE, but for PvP. If anyone knows, I feel like your super is a little bit slow in this one, so I think you're going to see more ults, you might a couple more big plays, and I think that might make Crucible a little more interesting. Add weapon stat bonuses, we already talked about that. Masterwork drop from any source of legendary weapons for characters above 250 power. Unwanted Masterworks can be dismantled into materials that can be upgraded an existing legendary weapon into a Masterwork. That's what I was just telling you. And raid and trial weapons have a high chance of becoming Masterworks already. And they have future plans to expand on that. Let's see here. Like here's like one of the ornament things I told you about. Like I think they have an interesting way of earning it. Like this ornament right here says you have to complete. The challenge is win Iron Banner matches during Season 2. Earn this ornament. It is unlocked in Iron Banner and then the different, the helm and everything. I think that's cool. So you could have 25 match wins. Hopefully they do something cool like one of the challenges are like get so many headshots or get so many heavy kills or get so many special kills. That'd be cool if they mixed it up and made it like quick. Like Season 1, the challenge was just open so many packages. I think all of us did that in the first day almost. So, these are the ornaments. These are the sets that can do it. And they're each going to have multiple ornaments. So there's going to be a ton of different challenges to do. So I think it's going to be pretty cool. Let's see what else is here. These ornaments to be unlocked by completing exotic weapon ornaments. These will be applied to base pieces. These are the Season 2 sets that are going to be able to do it. We got the name of the raid layer armor. Alright, here's a big one. Xur's getting a huge change. He's getting an isochronal engram. Now, basically, what this is for 97 legendary shards. I know that's a lot. Xur will guarantee you an exotic you do not have. So, right now, to me, what this says is this is Bungie's way of trying to address the duplication problem and people trying to seek out the pieces that they're missing. So I feel like maybe the algorithm is going to get a little bit better because now we're going to have more weapons. So hopefully with a bigger pool, we'll see less duplication. Hopefully they adjusted their numbers anyways. And then this is to address so people don't get so upset, I think. So it'll be like, man, I've opened 3 exotics and I just can't get the Vigilance Wing. Or I just can't get, I don't know. Like for me, it was like I just couldn't get Skyburner's Oath. I just was waiting forever for Skyburner's Oath. It was my last exotic weapon I needed. This would have helped. They're bringing 3 of coins back. It is not as complicated as it was before. A simpler 3 of coins that boost exotic drop rates for the source for 4 hours. That's it. I mean, it's a lot easier. And here's the modification system for Banshee. Banshee, for players wanting to clear some mod inventory space, rare quality mods will dismantle into gunsmith materials and have a chance to produce legendary quality mods for components. I think that's pretty cool. For players chasing specific mods, including legendary kinetic mods, Banshee will have a selection of specific legendary mods for direct purchase with a selection that will rotate daily and cost legendary shards and mod components. So for those of you who know, it's really hard for me in ways to get a kinetic mod, a legendary kinetic mod, so that's pretty cool. They're going to help, if anyone knows, if you open a lot of chests, after a little bit you get a lockout and you don't get anything. So now, instead of the rate being 0, it's going to be reduced to a 30%. Instead of automatically after so many chests, it's 0 and you get nothing. Vendors now will only beckon you if you can actually get something, not if you just have tokens for them. I guess that's just if you don't want, if you want your map cleaner, I guess. Daily challenges have reputations including across the board. Cage treasure maps still offer valuable rewards, but now guarantee at minimum a payout. Okay. Destination appropriate. Reputation token. Strikes will drop a large number of Vanguard reputation. A large number. Oh, let's see what a large number is to them. Because we know what they said. Our largest payout ever. 2 tokens and a blue. I mean, hopefully they fixed that. I wonder if that's just like a joke to them. Or maybe they just really did that. And I don't know, Bungie. I'm really getting excited, though. Okay, now, I'm not gonna spend a lot of time on this. You've probably heard a lot of it. They got caught XP throttling, and if you don't know what that is or what happened is, basically, at the bottom of your screen, let's say you did a public event, and you're supposed to say you got 9,000 experience. The bottom may have said you got 9,000 experience, but you may have actually only got like 6,000 experience. And Bungie didn't tell you that. They did it so you didn't get so many bright Ingrams, which would affect the microtransaction side of it, which is Activision. And it's the end of the year, and they don't want people farming to get bright Ingrams, to get the exotic emotes when they want you to buy them for like 3250 bright dust, something ridiculous. I was just looking before I started the video. But, and then I guess they got caught by someone on Reddit. I can't remember who it was. If I find out who it is, I'll put a link in the description. And they got caught throttling, and they addressed it. They straight up lied to us. I mean, it's not, the problem was, it's not atypical for a game to nerf the amount of experience for redoing a quick thing, like public events. That makes sense. The fact is, they lied to us about it, saying, here's 9,000 when you only got 6,000 experience. That wasn't cool. But they came out, they said, my bad, fixed it. We're doing plans for the future. Well, that's pretty much it. I guess I'm just going to give you my closing thoughts on it really quick. I said Destiny 2 is boring. I hope this is the breath of life that I was talking about that the game so desperately needs. I'm super excited to jump into it. I'm going to be there the moment it goes live on Tuesday at noon Eastern Standard Time for me. Me and David E. Beats, Just Meta, will be in a party together, and we will be playing live through the story. And we will hit the public events, and we will grind to 330, 335 with mods. We'll seek out legendaries and be ready for the raid a few days later or a week later, whenever they launch it. I hope you guys join us. I'm excited. I hope this keeps me coming back. I want the rerollable stats. I want secrets to find. I want good story. I want to just hang out with my friends again. I want to laugh. I want late nights and early mornings and all that. But this is on Getsu D Reviewer, good old ZDR. If you like what you've seen and you heard, make sure you drop a quick like and a sub. It only takes a few seconds out of your day. Hit the bell notification so you know whenever we go live. Thanks again, guys.